Hey boys and girls, we're going to talk about our fiction stories that we've been working on. So I wanted to remind you of a chart that we've seen before in the classroom all about how to bring our stories to life. If you remember, we did this with our small moments. So one of the first things that we can do is bring this setting to life. So I thought we could take a look at a book that you probably read yesterday for our read aloud. If you didn't, then you probably want to go back and read this book. But it's another Mr. Putter and Tabby book. Okay, and chapter 1 of this book is called The Porch. All right, so we're going to take a look at how this fiction book starts out and see if there's anything they did to bring the setting to life so we can do the same thing in our book. Okay, so chapter 1 right here just says, it starts out, The Porch. It was springtime, and Mr. Putter and his fine cat Tabby were feeling very chipper. The birds sang, the sun shone, and the flowers bloomed. So when I read that page about this story starting out in chapter 1, I can picture the sun shining and the birds singing and them enjoying the outside and what it looks like. So I want to do the same thing in the setting in my story. So if you remember, this is my story all about Cherish and Bailey, and it's about them going fishing and Cherish catching the big fish. So let's reread how I started my story out and see if I can add more to bring this story to life. One early summer morning, Cherish and Bailey were going fishing with their friend Monsignor. So I say when it is and I say who's going and where they're going. But you know what I'm thinking about? What that morning was like when I went. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can add a little bit more. So I'm thinking about how it was early morning and the air was still pretty chilly. And I think I'm going to talk about how they could see the sun coming up because they went to the lake so early. So I'm out of room on the front. So what can I do? I'm going to flip over to the back. So I'm going to write right here. Okay. It was really early in the morning. The sun was just coming up. The air felt chilly as they drove to the lake. So I want you to think about when we're bringing our story to life, we want to think about what does it look like? What could you hear at that time? What did you see? Even what did you smell? Okay, what kind of sounds were you listening to? Okay, so now let's reread the beginning of my story. One early summer morning, Cherish and Bailey were going fishing with their friend Monsignor. It was really early in the morning. The sun was just coming up. The air felt chilly as they drove to the lake. So you can see, just like in our story with Mr. Putter and Tabby, now our reader can really picture what that setting is like because we brought it to life with more detail about what was going on, what we saw, what we felt. So I want you to try that out in your story today. When you start to write your words, okay, or even if you've already started, go back like I did and see if there's a way that you can bring your story to life by thinking about all those details and see if you can add more. All right? Can't wait to hear your stories. Okay, before we go, let's take a look at who our secret friend is here. Let's see, we have Jackson and Molly. Congratulations on your B-Bucks. Look for them in your honey pot. Talk to you later, friends. Bye.